guys, welcome back to Manifolds and welcome back to the next JoJo reaction, baby. Something happened to me the other day and it was kind of delightful. I was doom scrolling on TikTok and I saw this person post about how they just discovered Jojo'S. And I got very excited. I'm like, oh my god, this person's probably gonna love Jojo'S. I now know how it feels for someone to be like excited to join the community and start watching the content and shit like that. Shit is very good. It's very good and I need more people to know it's very good and I want people to love it. So I get it. I get it. Anyway, we got another 2 episodes today, so let's get into it. Hi, how's it going? Check out this link, greatly appreciate it. I also have a gaming channel. I stream on Twitch. I have a Discord. I have all that shit. If you like content, I make content. All right.
追跡は可能かメロネ。
メロネ。
血液の採取はできた。ブチャラティのな。おい、この列車いつになったら動くんだ？もう少しお待ちください。今代わりの運転手がこちらへ向かっておりますので。はあ？元の運転手どうしたんだよ？
What are they arguing? Like, there was technically a terrorist attack on the train. What the fuck are you like? There was a. Well, I guess I don't know how much people know and what people don't know. Like, the train just stopped and everybody just woke up like, why the fuck aren't we moving? Why the fuck aren't we moving? You know, they lose their goddamn minds. But I mean, there's gotta be, maybe there's not anybody that can explain this. Well, all right. I mean, I guess if I went on a train, right? It's supposed to be a very long train. And I took a nap. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go take a nap and I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna be where I am. And you wake up and you haven't even fucking moved. I think they moved like a little bit at least, but you're like, oh my god, we barely have gone anywhere. What the fuck's going on? That actually did happen to me on a plane once, and I was very upset. I actually watched 2 movies before we took off. It was awful.
1977年3月10日生まれ。
The thing is, I think I remember not liking this guy, right? But also, I kind of like this outfit, you know? A lot of outfits don't stick out to me like as well as well, they're very like peacocky. It feels very weird to say that word, say that animal like that. They feel very distractables, right? But this one, like, I don't, like, he comes off villain-esque. Like, you kind of nail, like, you got kind of like a Batman thing going on. And you got one pointy shoulder. It's good for tackling, I guess.
24歳。すごくベリッシモ。いい年齢だ。触らないで、私のものに。出てって。
Preach, yeah.
すごく。
I wanted to give her props for a good slap and sticking up for herself and her items and her space. But now, I don't know what the fuck is about to happen.
いいビンタだ。こういう元気なビンタを繰り出せるなら間違いない。君の健康状態は良好だ。良好と。そして指の味から推定する血液型は O 型。
I don't think you should be able to. I don't think you should be able to tell that from that. But sure, give you the benefit of the doubt. It's gross, yes. But technically, Bruno did a worse version of this, right? I'm just gonna assume that she's at least an adult. At least.
が乗ってるそうだ。でもとても重要なことだと思うんだ。立派な子供を産むための始まりとしてはな。
I don't know what to say. It's not quite what I was thinking, but it's still really weird. Especially like there's a computer program for that. No.
さあ、選んでくれ。Baby face!
Baby face? Baby face? What the fuck? What the fuck? Baby face? What did you just do? Analyzing DNA from Bruno's blood sample. Would you like to incorporate the DNA into the body and so it could be traced? There is no way. There is no fucking way you're about to give this woman a baby, and the baby's gonna get born to track down a fucking Bruno. There is no way a computer is going to do that.
ああ、育成するとも極悪なやつにな。ディモールト。
I don't want to watch this episode. I don't want to know what's going to come after that. We're going to do it. You guys want this. And I guess I'm cheering for the team. But that seems like quite the line to cross.
のハンバーガーが消えるんだ。うん？座席の下に何かいるぞ。やばい。カメ？
Okay.
背中に何か。
Okay.
どうすんだよ、ミスター。すげえやばいと思うよ。
Well, they kind of fucked it up a little bit. But it's crazy that this guy, this random truck driver, while in the middle of driving, was able to find this turtle shell, and then a group of people were not able to find him on a train. You know? Well, they did find him. You know what I mean? Like, they still stayed hidden pretty well. Like, I feel like if I'm a driver, I'm gonna make sure there's no animals hiding underneath my seat before I start cooking. You know?
ベイビーフェイスの子供が、しかもいいぞ。殺すって母親の意志に早くも反応している。立派に育てよう。Are
you fucking telling me though that like his stand is about making babies, but like he like engineers them? It sounds fucking crazy. I'm interested to see. I just hope it like the baby comes out like a stand. You know, I hope the baby like just like opens up like a door or something and then she's okay. But if she has to go through like fucking labor, I'm gonna lose my mind.
でも死なす方法はお前の本能のままやっていいんだぞ。ただし、このトリッシュを攻撃することは許されない。殺さず捕まえるんだ。
Okay.
それと顔が不明の新入りが一人いる。そいつもブチャラティと一緒にいるから、お前が実際に見て始末するんだ。
It has been quite a few episodes since we've seen Jojo do. Like, this is probably the season where Jojo does the least so far. Not to say that he's not a good Jojo or anything. He's just like, it seems like the team is significantly more important than the actual Jojo itself this time. The Jojo was the friend we made along the way kind of situation, you know, because like in the other ones, I remember like a lot of situations where all the Jojo's fight. But in this one, it's like less than a handful, and we're quite a ways in still. What the fuck why do you look like that? You look horrifying. I wonder, since it is somewhat made from Bruno's DNA, if it will look like Bruno. If it's just going to stay like this. If it's going to take on some of his responsibilities, some of his stand-like stuff. Like, I wonder, because, like, it is his DNA, right? And then he's a stand. But, like, there's a lot of sciencey stuff that can go into it with based off, like, the DNA and the magical stuff. Like, the abilities and all that shit. Like, what gets related, or if it's just, like, just a body to get made to hunt that specific DNA.
あれ？声が。
Oh, she's gone.
ベイビーフェイスの息子は無敵の遠隔型スタンド。お前を倒せる者はいない。
If you say so. Okay. All right. Oh, do you have like a two-parter stand? Is this kind of like the villain in the last one where he had like, you know, he had his actual ability and then you had the little tank guy that came out too? Dependent on education. That is very different. And kind of cool. You know, I kind of like the fact that like we're, you know, it's a variety of stats that can happen here. But like, I wonder if you can only make one at a time. I have a lot of questions about this. You know, I shouldn't go too far into my theories and ideas yet, because this one in particular could go so many different ways. The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Right? Oh, he was told not to kill her. That was like one of the main things that he taught his son. I don't really know who the fucking call it at this point. Unless he could break him down and teleport them somewhere else, I guess. I don't know what to expect.
僕はカメをずっと手に持っていた。二人が外に出たならわかるはずだ。まさかすでに敵が何らかの攻撃を。ゴールドエクスペリエンス。
I will say though, like I have very low expectations of Babyface, but like they did drive directly to, you know, Bruno, and like he parked at like a respectful, stealthy spot, kind of like he's just like, all right, this is good enough, and got out, off or hid or something, and then the second he came over, he just hopped in. Like he's wasting zero fucking time. Do you see the things we can achieve if you don't fucking talk at all? That's why we need we need more silent protagonists and antagonists, because they get the shit done. They have no interest in gloating. I got the boss's daughter, Trish, captured. Oh, so you do capture things like that. Interesting. Inside the tours right now, there's a human waiting outside the exit. This thing's crazy. It's very efficient. Look at it. So far, kind of a fan of Babyface. Yep. Okay. Okay, so he's moving. He's doing pretty good. Quick question for all you guys in chat. All right. If you had the ability to levitate and just float around, would you? I'm not saying like flight. Like, yeah, you're given flight, of course. But like, if you could just like, I guess I can't really actually levitate, but you know, if you could just float around instead of walking, would you? But then also, would we? Well, I guess if I'm not moving around much anyway, it's not gonna be much of a difference if I'm not exercising or moving around for my body, you know. But like, it would be kind of cool to just kind of like float places. Do you think it's comfy to float, or do you think it's work? I gotta find someone that can levitate. Dude, this thing is pretty good. This thing has been more. It's weird to get a scene, a block of your body come out. You know, what was I gonna say? It's like more effective than the other assassins that we saw previously. Like this thing is doing very good work. It's very stealthy. It's very effective. Again, could have been avoided if maybe we didn't split up into one giant group. You guys like to form these cliques in your little group, huh? What if we left 2 people? What if we left 2 stands in the turtle with Bruno? Huh? What if that was a thing? What if we left 2 stands together with Jojo? What about that? You think that would have been a little bit more helpful? Why do we have to have 4 people watching one person hijack a car? The attack was successful. It's quiet here, and I stole his throat is a fucking crazy line of dialogue. Yeah. What can it mean? Do you know something that I don't already? I mean, that would have been crazy if you could figure it out, because I'm trying to figure out how you can't see it. It can't really be hiding, but I'm like, maybe it has the fact that like it's made from a human, but like, I don't know. It's a weird relation. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of different ways that this can go, and the more I try to talk about it, the more I'm like, yeah, but then this could happen, but then also this can happen. Oh my god, you're getting fucked. Oh. I mean, great idea, technically, yeah. Right now, I have the eye that I stole from him. His eye is living. Yeah. Well, is that true? The eye is living? If the eye is removed, well, I guess you don't like fully remove it. You just kind of take a piece out, but the piece is still technically connected to the soul, I guess. But like, I don't know about that. Why is it a rock? Oh, you can like move in that. What the fuck? Your stand is kind of like a mix of Bruno's and Jojo's in a way, because you can like see. Now this is the question I have: can the baby always do this, or can it only move inside the objects it's going in because of Bruno? Because Bruno can technically unzip and put shit into an object, and this thing can move in an object. You know what I mean? And he's got wait, those are Bruno's little hair things, right? Is that? Do you think it's coincidence?
とても静かにトリッシュを完全にゲットしました。
Okay.
ディモールトよし
I like that.
これから帰ります、メローネ。あんたのいる列車へ。
Man, you're still, dude. The Jojo's are relentless, dude. The Jojo's are relentless. Oh, I was talking to a friend the other day, and we were talking about like the Jojo's, and they're like, do you like the fact that like the Jojo's are all like inherently bad people? I'm like, inherently bad. She was like, yeah. Well, I mean, the one kind of yells at his mom. The other one was like a thief. The other one like they all like aren't the best people. You know what I mean? They're all like the only true Jojo that's like a goody two shoe was Jonathan, but the other ones after that were like not necessarily bad, right? But they were like this one. This one is like he was like a thief, right? And then the one before that, he was like he's like a delinquent in school, kind of, right? In a way, was he a delinquent in school? And then Jotaro, he called his mom a bitch, and I will never forgive him for that. But he's also I forgive him a little bit. And then Joseph cheated on his wife. You know, it's just like, are they just like making it so like anybody can be a kind of hero, or like they'll do what it takes to like become like to save humanity, or you know whatever the fuck is going on. It's just something I never thought of until we talked about the Jojo's as a whole. You know, each like what do they share? Like what do they have in common? And what are their like goals and what their personalities are like? And you know, they always like gravitate towards like other people, and they're very good at like, you know, energizing, getting people to like join the cause and like to you know, kind of to believe them, and like they're kind of charismatic in a way, but also sometimes they're not. But they always have this inherent ability to gather people, you know. But they're also like kind of pieces of shit at times. It's like this is a discussion that I would need to have with like, well, I guess technically with you guys. I guess I would need to read the comments for this, because this is something I don't know if I should understand fully yet, or if this is something that like is just a inherent pattern that like they just made across all the characters. You know what I mean? Anyway, sorry for my little rant. It was just something I've been thinking about for the last few days. Yeah. Honestly, great idea. Great idea. Well, where's the vines coming from now? Because when you punch things, you turn things into living things. But if it's coming out of the ground, now I don't know what to fucking think about it. You know, using vines, if you're in Jojo's position, I was like, if you're in Jojo's stand right now, if you're in Jojo's position and you're like a brawler and you could turn things to living things, vines is like one of the best things you can make. You could hold your enemy down and you beat the living shit out of them. And the more you get them down on the ground, the more the vines can take. Dude, vines are great for this. Yeah. Oh shit. Jesus. What, do you have teeth on your teeth, bud? I was more laughing because like when he punched the thing, he's like, hey, you freaked me out a little bit. You know, as this dude's fucking arm is flying off, he's got the dark circle eyes. You know he's about to rip this dude a new one. Here we go. The JoJo theme. Yeah, you got teeth on your teeth. It's kind of gross. There's been a lot of this going on. There's been a lot of invasion. Like the last, like even this whole season, this part has been like body parts coming off, coming back on, things invading your body, things invading items. Like it's all about like layering, you know, we're going into a porta potty to get a key. We're going into the fucking TARDIS. We're going into other people's bodies. The guy's got a fishing hook that he can fish things out of. Like, it's a lot of like dismemberment, rememberment. Is rememberment a word? I feel like it should be if dismemberment is. It's a lot of putting things back together. You know, which I guess is kind of what they're doing overall as an arc. You know, the whole point of the plot for this one is like to break down the fucking gang system and rebuild it into something else. I could be going psychotic right now, or this could be like the whole fucking theme.
So.
What the fuck? As you can see, it became a parada. Now I'm kind of curious on if like that was the entire point, like that was the entire babyface episode, or if there's gonna be, or if this is like the part 2 of it, because we're heading to Venice.
こっちはあと1時間ほどでメローネと合流できるぜ。
いやっちょ、現場はお前とメローネに任せる。念には念を入れろと。
Who are you in the room with? Are you just watching like a random dude, or is this like your office? What? But there's body parts on it? What the fuck is going on?
よく知っているはずだ。裏切り者はボスから確実に消され。
You're erased by the boss. Your ability is nails. So far. I don't know what that means.
俺の指示を 100% は聞かないことだ。
That's fair.
お前に3発もえぐられたんだ。攻撃の間合いは覚えている。
Really? You let him hit you? You intentionally, not intentionally, but like, you dodged and you're like, eh, I know you're fucking, just fucking left hook that bitch. Okay. Good hit. Alright. By this time, people should be hearing a fight or a commotion. They should have heard the motorcycle. They should hear like him screaming Muda. There should be backup here. They were right around the fucking corner. But dude, they are using this thing too often now. All right, it's like every episode we're bringing this piano in. It was nice when it was like once every like 15 episodes, because then it made me miss it. But now I'm like, okay, come on, I get it. I understand. It's a great theme, but like I love it when it's like deserved, you know.
思い出せ。バイクにはガソリンがついている。お前が分裂して逃げるのに間に合わないぐらいの爆発は起こせると思う。
Honestly, fantastic idea. You know, because now he's just like susceptible to just even all of his pieces and stuff. He's just gonna be coated. Light this bitch up. Take him out, dude. The only bad part about the theme too is that like YouTube hates this fucking theme. You know, so like I know that like once this theme is playing, I'm like, I gotta make sure this part is like really fucking cut, because it will not survive otherwise. So that's why I'm like, every time we play this episode, I'm like, I have to fuck around a little bit more and make sure this thing gets uploaded.
やりたいようにやったところで無駄だったようだな。どっちみち。
Damn, dude.
消えた。連絡が消えた。
Gotta make another baby.
信じられねえ。新入りめ。
Do you think he can only have one at a time? You know? Do you think it's like all right, one baby, all right, send that baby out. When that baby dies, I make a new one, I send that bitch out. Or do you think like he can make an army? Because again, it would be better off if you like slowly built a team instead of sending things in.
注意だ。一番最初に始末する。もっといい母親を見つけて。
How do you know?
パワーアップし。
There is no fucking way that the strength of the baby relies on the attractiveness of the mother. He was like, I'm just gonna make a new mother. I'm just gonna make a better baby with a better mother. And he just looks at like the first fucking thing that walked by. Stop. Did you fucking find him? Could you fucking imagine? I'm not necessarily afraid of snakes, but if one just fucking jumped onto my back and just like came to peek around at my face, I'd be like, who the fuck are you? Who's controlling you at this point? I've never seen a snake fucking just lob itself onto somebody. I would be quite distraught, I think.
焦げてる。これはあの新入りの能力。倒したジュニアの残骸を。
テルミニ駅に置いてきた毒蛇が今敵の部品に戻りました。本体は始末した。
Did he make a snake out of the stand that was still made from Bruno's blood that can track the other Bruno's blood, that little capsule, and made it to him and then poisoned that guy and killed him? That must have... That's fucking crazy. What is the range of your shit?
これで5人。情報が確かなら、ヒットマンチームの残りはあと2人。だが油断ならねえ。
Gotta be careful, but as long as we stick together, 5 against 2 in any situation, we should be better off, technically.
ちょっとタイヤがスリップしただけです。直線の橋なのにか。気ぃつけてくれよてめえ。免許持ってんのか。
You'd be surprised. You know, not necessarily on a bridge it happened, but like sometimes when it's really, really windy outside, your car will fucking swerve on a straightaway. You know, and if it like rained or if it's like a little stormy or something, yeah, gotta be careful.
いえ、15ですから。
I'm only 15. I'm just a baby.
あの窓にくっついているものはなんだ。
Looks like a finger?
違うだ。今外見てる時には気づかなかったな。いや、ありゃ。あの形。
Yeah, it is a finger. Like the thing was like it had the shape of a finger, but it was like a little smeared, so I'm like, maybe it's something else, but it could, like, my first intention, finger, but then also why would it be there? But it's Jojo's after all. You don't know why the fuck anything's happening. Wait, it's yours?
窓を少し開けましょう。朝だから車の中と外の温度。
That's fucking crazy. That's a little fucking twit. I would be losing my fucking mind. You know, you're like, oh my god, there's a finger on the fucking wall. And then I would look at like my fucking nail polish. I'm like, holy shit.
俺たちヒットマンチームから逃げ切れるわけねえ。敵だ。いつの間にか車の屋根に乗っている。ミスター、何をしてるんだ。屋根ごと敵を撃ち抜くんです。この車。
Oh my god, it's so fucking cold out that he's stuck on the goddamn window. That's crazy. That car would not be running. There is not a fucking shot in hell. If your face is cold enough to get stuck to the wall like that, that car's engine is done. I'm not a mechanic or anything. I don't know much about cars or engineering or anything. But like, I'm fairly certain there's no fucking way. Okay. Oh, we have a cone of cold situation. We have an ice block going on here. Honestly, I kind of like this stand. I don't know what his ability's name is yet or the entirety of it, but like the fact that you can like surround yourself in like a very like a locked in defensive position and then constantly like annoy the people around you. Honestly, it's kind of cool. You know, we haven't really seen anything too much like that to the point where like it's like you're basically like a fucking metapod with like a blizzard fucking going around you, but it's not even a blizzard. It's like a fucking, honestly, it's worse than any blizzard I've ever heard of, at least. The temperatures would have to be like, I don't even know what temperature you'd have to be. It's gotta be fucking freezing though. But you just hold on for dear life and you can you're conscious in the situation. I like it. I like it. It's got potential. That's crazy. My only question is, I'm just riding on the fucking top of that thing. My only question now is that like, how the fuck did he launch himself onto this fucking thing? Because it's not like a stand that makes you pretty agile, right? Do you think he jumped off like one of the top parts of the bridge and just fucking landed on the car? If you mistimed that, you probably would have been just fucking dead on the road. Unless like the winds can like carry you somehow, which then it's super easy. That's fucking crazy. For some reason, I fucking love this. I love, oh my god, Jojo'S. I had to think of the Italian name. Him with the light blue hair looks fucking sick. like this style, good one. I mean, he's cool as a blonde, but for some reason, this shot here fucking slaps.
温度はある。そしてとりあえずジョルノの代わりに俺が叫ばせてもらうぜ。ゴールドエクスペリエンス。
Interesting. So do you think this is fucking bright, by the way? The gold experience needs heat because it needs to provide life. So without heat, you can't provide life? Is that what the like intention of that is? You know, to add another layer of like complexity to like creating this ability. Oh, Jesus. I mean, it's just like a little nerf, I guess, that they add onto it, that you need something else, but like it's not that bad. It's just in this situation, it's rough. It's a little rough.
あれがメローネの言っていた新入りの能力か。しかし逃がさねえ。
He's fucking ice skating. Dude, I'm telling you, every fucking time we react at this point, I'm like, hey, it's a cool idea for your stand. They made it like, dude, it's like they improve every season or every part. They like, you know, put a little bit more thought into it, put a little bit more depth into it. That's like the stands. Like, yes, I loved Haman, but like also the stands get fucking nuts, but also they get better at using them. That's the best part. It's not the stands themselves. It's like they just give more props to the actual.
逆にスピードが落ちることにいいから出せっつったら出せ無駄って言ってるからや屋根のナンバー2とナンバー3も戻れ
It's gotta be a meme at this point, right? It's gotta be a meme at this point. Every fucking episode we're dropping this thing. It's gonna piss me off the more and more it happens. And I know it shouldn't, but it is.
なやつをよ
Jesus. Good job, guys. We gotta give them another cheeseburger or something. They deserve. They're putting in a lot of work this episode. Actually, they have been. Technically, you know, those little guys have been fucking helping tremendously. You know, since we discovered them, they're definitely pulling their weight, even more so than some of the other people here. All right, I love my boy Narancia, but he only did really anything that one parter where like he fought the guy. Well, he had to deliver the groceries that he never actually ended up getting. But besides that, he has just been kind of hanging out. These things have been fucking working. That's what you fucking leave me off on? Or driving into the fucking canal with a little ace boy cat ears? Little cat ear bitch? That'd be me. I would love cat ears on my stand. I'll see you guys next time.